Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are now seeing a potential side effect to a plan to bring two local schools together.
Yeah, we're talking about last month, Medaille University announcing it will merge with Trocaire College this summer. That merger could lead to hundreds of people looking for a new job. A warn notice from the state labor department says 419 people will be laid off when Medaille closes at the end of July. Right now, it's unclear who those people are or if they'll be able to find new jobs at Trocaire when the next school year starts.
I might be a little sad. I love all the staff here, and I think that, especially like the lunch staff, I'm really cool with all of them. So if they do go, that'll be very sad.
Both Medaille and Trocaire telling us that warn notice is required by state and federal law. Medaille's interim president says faculty and staff have been meeting with Trocaire as they work to merge operations.
Now, last month, Medaille's interim president talked about the effect that the pandemic has had on the school, and they are far from alone. Research shows enrollment at four-year public and private nonprofit schools dropped considerably since 2020. Fabian Cassahoon spoke with the president of Trocaire College after the merger was announced, and he tells her about the challenges declining enrollment present and how mergers like theirs can help.
For years, getting a college degree was said to be the key to success, but that's changing. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, total fall enrollment in post-secondary schools reached 21 million in 2010, a gradual trend since 1980. But in 2021, enrollment dropped year after year to just over 18 million, the greatest enrollment decline.
Some institutions and some regions in the country are facing declining interest in higher education because people can find employment in other ways and don't need a college degree. And this is all pre-COVID.
The pandemic only accelerated the decline, forcing some campuses to merge services. And here at home, we're seeing the impact firsthand with the merger of Medaille University and Trocaire College.
When we were looking at the landscape, we realized that there is a threat to the sector, the higher education sector, particularly the private sector. And so we needed to think about different ways, whether that's through partnerships, merging with another institution, acquiring another institution, creating strategic alliances, in our case at Trocaire, because we're heavily invested in the healthcare space.
Dr. Bassam Deeb is president of Trocaire. He tells me the catalyst for this merger is so students have more degree options.
We have students who come to us wanting healthcare and realize that maybe that's not what they want, and as a result of that, they leave because we don't have options for them to go to. And then Medaille has students that come to them, and at some point in time they decide maybe they want healthcare and that's not available to them, so then they leave.
With that in mind, Dr. Deeb says that it makes sense for the two schools to come together, giving them access to 65 programs.
What can colleges and universities do to prevent the decline that requires them to close, merge, or be acquired, or is it inevitable?
There is a school of thought that says there are too many colleges and universities, and in some ways, colleges and universities have lost their value proposition. They all look the same. They're all delivering the same thing, and so therefore, the clients, the students, are not seeing the benefit.
However, private universities like Damon University seem to be bucking that trend.
I think in many ways, Damon is still a hidden gem.
According to Damon University Strategic Initiative Senior Vice President Greg Nair, enrollment has remained at roughly 2,600 students both before and after the pandemic.
One of the things that we did is during the pandemic, we built infrastructure. We didn't retract during that time. We realized that was a time for us to get our name out there. That was a time for us to grow. We added women's lacrosse. We have built a key infrastructure in new programs that are coming online.
And while the future is looking bright for this North Towns campus, other area colleges realize that they'll need to evolve to survive.
I think we have to do a better job. We, the higher education sector, has to do a better job in articulating the value proposition and why you should choose school X versus school Y.
Fabian Cassahoon, 7 News.